Alright, hi everyone and welcome to the video. In this video, I would be explaining you the mathematics behind cosine similarity. We would be also coding the mathematics. We are going to code cosine similarity algorithm in Python. And after that, in the last, I would be showing you applications of cosine similarity. So let's get started. So let's have a look at the cos, basically how it works in understanding the cosine similarity algorithm. So as you know that basically cos 0 is basically 1. That means these both angles would be on the same plane. Since the angle is 0, they are almost same, or I would say they are similar. As basically the direction, as the theta starts increasing, the value of cos starts decreasing from 1 towards 0 and it ultimately goes to negative. As you know, cos 0 is 1 and cos 180 is basically negative 1. So the value fluctuates from negative 1 to 1, right? So this is how it works, right? So basically, if the value or if the answer is 0, that means they are similar. If they are less than 1, that means they are less similar. Okay, so that's the idea of cosine. Let us look at the mathematical formula of cosine similarity. So the cosine similarity can be found by using a dot product of the a and b divided by the mod of a into mod of b, where basically mod of a is nothing but the square root of all the summation of all the terms, and similarly this. Let's have a look at the Python code of it. So here you can see I have two vectors, right? So what you need to do is basically 3 into 10 plus 8 into 8, 7 into 6 and so on. You need to do that. So that is the dot product. So here you can see from I is equal to 1 to n. That means from what I would do is basically I would simply define a zip function here. Then basically here you can see I need to add, I need to basically multiply both of these elements. So that is basically I into j, sum is I into j. And on the bottom section, I need to compute the AI square. That means 3 square, 8 square, 7 square, 5 square, and so on. So sum A1 is equal to I into I. That is going to be computing basically norm or mod of A, right? Then similarly, mod of B is J square, right? This. Then the final formula cosine similarity is basically this term divided by this term. So that is something but the sum that you got upon the square root of sum of A1 into sum of B1, right? Sum of A1, that is this term inside. Sum of B1, that is this term inside. And finally, you can print the results. So if I run this, here you can see it gives me a cosine similarity of 0.86. That means the document are about 80% similar. They're almost similar, but not same. What happens when I copy the same document here? 0.9999. That means cosine similarity is 1. That means they are exactly similar. You see how it's working? Okay. Now giving you a couple of examples, what you can do is, for example, man, woman, they both are similar, right? We know that, we human beings understand that, right? But computer don't know that. So what you do is basically convert this man into a vector in some number. I'm just making up a number right now. And similarly, you compute the woman into a vector. And then you would perform cosine similarity algorithm on this. And basically you would get a number that is between 0 and 1. If it is 1, they are exactly same. Less than 1 means similar. So you can have a threshold basically from 0.5 to 1 is pretty good, like they are almost same, right? So this is how the cosine similarity algorithm works, right?